Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Dr. Nancy Tai, Chair and Executive Director of Markham Symphony Orchestra. And on behalf of the Board of Directors, the administrative staff, and members of the orchestra, may I welcome you to the second concert of the 2011-2012 Popular Timeless Classics Concert. Tonight, under the baton of music director and conductor Maestro Ephraim Chiang, you will savor the delightful and enchanting music repertoire that spans a variety of styles from love tunes to Hungarian dances. And we are indeed very thrilled to have with us again Markham's very own violin prodigy Mercedes Chiang, who will spellbound you with an exciting rendition of Sarasate's Ziegen and Weisen right after the intermission. And we are also happy to have our co-principal cellist Brandon Wilkie to share with you Bruch's Reverend and Prayerful Kol Nidra in his beautiful sonorous playing. And stay tuned for the very final selection of this evening with a William Tell overture that is sure to boost up your spirits to re-energize you for the work week tomorrow and for the rest of the week. Remember, this is Monday. And may I call upon our Regional Councilor Gordon Landon to perhaps step backstage to say a few words. And now we are excited to embark on this venture to rebuild the MSO. And we are really grateful for the Ontario Trillium Foundation for their timely grant in enabling us to carry out our project. And to represent the Trillium Foundation tonight is Jamina Shah, who will share with you aspects of our grant. Jamina?
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here this evening on behalf of the Ontario Trillium Foundation. As Nancy shared, my name is Jamina Shah, and I sit on the Ontario Trillium Foundation York Simcoe Grant Review team. For anyone unfamiliar with the Ontario Trillium Foundation, we are an agency of the Government of Ontario, and we award nearly 1,500 grants each year to charitable and not-for-profit organizations located across the province. And in March 2011, I'm pleased to say the Markham Symphony Orchestra became one of those recipients, receiving a year-long $20,000 grant to help build a future by increasing the awareness level for the gem our community has here with this orchestra. As well, we're looking to introduce more teens and young adults to classical music and get them involved in orchestra. And if you'll pardon the pun, your ideas struck the right note with the foundation. Funds from this grant were put to work helping with salaries for a conductor, a coordinator, and some of the musicians, developing a new promotional campaign, and helping with facility rentals. I believe the grants Ontario Trillium Foundation has made over the years in York Region and across the province help build a legacy for the groups that receive the grants and ultimately enable them to make their communities healthier and more vibrant ones. And being here this evening to hear this wonderful orchestra and hear how things have gone in the period since receiving the grant last March, well, it's music to the Foundation's ears. Congratulations to the Markham Symphony Orchestra, and we at the Foundation wish you continued success. Thank you.
Thank you, Nancy. It's a pleasure to be here. I guess as a community develops, it develops through various stages. Certain things happen, and I can remember that to get this theater was a big fight 25 years ago, and I was here then when that happened, and I was at the first performance when this theater took place. But the priorities of councils tend to be that they develop parks and recreational facilities first in the community as it grows, and then after a while they begin to realize that that's not the only thing that keeps the community together, that you do need to have more cultural venues for people to appreciate. And so we have put in a theater, we have put in an art gallery, and we do have a museum. But we do also have a cultural scan of Markham, and we see that there's a lot of very, very talented people in our community that don't have a venue to really show their talent. And so one of the things that happened was that Nancy approached me a little while ago and asked me if I would co-chair this event, and we decided the easiest thing to do was to see if we could get some Trillium money to get it kicked off, because there isn't a lot of money around in the community to sponsor these types of things, because they really don't see the value of it to begin with, and I think that's the thing that we have to emphasize. But as the first concert that Mercedes did here when she was 5.5 or 6 years old, it really amazed people that she could get up and give a full concert on a violin at 6 years old. And as you know the story, her story, she's gone on to Joliet. She'll be giving a concert later on at Carnegie Hall on November the 3rd by herself, and she's just reaching the age of 10. So we're very proud to have Mercedes in our community. But we're also trying to get a symphony started in our community, and that's very hard. You know, if you look at the city of Toronto, it's been a difficult thing to do in the city of Toronto. It just didn't happen. They want their own building. They're usually suffering from the lack of funds and sponsorships. And that's no different here. We've got Trillium money for the first year. We're fortunate that we got a grant. We got one grant from PowerStream, and we've had some other people that have been generous to come forward with grants. But after this year, they will not be getting any more Trillium funds. So they need to find sponsors. They need to find people that are willing to become members of the symphony for it to continue in the following years. And it's not inexpensive to run one of these evenings. I can tell you the cost tonight will probably be well over $20,000 just for this performance. And that's, you know, partly funded by our provincial government through the Trillium and through your participation here tonight. But I encourage you, as you hear it tonight, and begin to appreciate how good this orchestra is and the people in it, that you think about how you can get involved next year as a member of the orchestra or as a sponsor of the orchestra and really help us get it going. Because I think if we can show the community and we can show the council that there's a large number of people behind this symphony, then there's a lot more opportunities to get sponsors. Banks and other people will step forward. But when they don't see a large swelling of people behind something, they don't see the value of what's there. And it's hard to get them to come and see it. So I did invite a number of people who I thought might be sponsors to come forward tonight and see the event, but of course they're busy people and they didn't all have the time to come, but there are some here tonight. So I really do encourage you to get involved and make this a success, and I really know that you're going to enjoy this tonight, because it's just so these people are so good, and Mercedes is such a great person. You're going to just have a great time tonight. So welcome to our theater and enjoy yourselves.
Thank you.